Happy New Year's! I am Marianne with Suri Styles, and this year we're making sure we keep our New Year's resolution, all the goals we've set for ourselves. I'm excited to come back to YouTube and start the new year in a beautiful way. Watch me get ready and how I created this awesome look for today. One of my resolutions is to post videos every day this month. So let's see how that goes. Thank you for joining me and stay tuned for how I achieve this look. I always start with something to moisturize my lips. Today I'm using my lip plump. I will link everything below. I know the products are not showing well, but definitely will improve on that. I always use 5 steps to prep for my makeup, always, because this is what helps to really lock in that makeup, keep my skin within a good balance of being hydrated and also having the makeup long wear. So I did apply my toner. I will link everything below. And now I'm applying the Charlotte Tilbury serum onto the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. And this is really great to really give your skin that good moisture. It's a cream, so it's heavier and it gives your skin more moisture. After the moisturizer, I always go in with a sunscreen. So I didn't capture my sunscreen here, but I'll link it below. I now hydrated my eyes with the Milk Makeup eye cream, and now I'm using my primer. So there you go. 4 simple steps, making sure you prep your skin. Because I want this makeup to be long lasting and I do have combination skin and I have used products that have a good balance with oil in there, I'm using a powder. This powder is just going to help this makeup be long wear. So I'm going to have my face is not going to look too matte. It's going to have some moisture in it, but it's also going to be very long lasting. So I'm going in with my powder. I just used the Laura Mercier powder in the skin tone that's closer to mine. I love this palette. So this is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Palette. I'm going in to use one of the foundations in there for color correcting. I noticed that when I use a cream to color correct my face, my foundation sits well. I have a really good base for that foundation. I'm able to cover my dark spots and I'm able to also use less foundation. I didn't speed this up too much because I really wanted to have like a realistic view of how I do my makeup. We're used to just being so fast-paced. Now I am just using a foundation, and I'm using a foundation by Bare Minerals, and it has like that mix of a foundation and a tint, which I like. It's very light. You can go from light to medium coverage with this foundation. And the techniques are also important when applying your makeup. If you notice, I'm patting in because I want that medium coverage here, and then that medium to full coverage. I also, when I get to the hairline, I am brushing towards the hair growth, right? I don't want to have that big mask on my forehead of just makeup. Now I'm just going in with my Too Faced concealer, and this concealer is in Chestnut. Applying just enough concealer, and I'm just using my beauty blender to blend it in. I for sure did not speed this up again, I mentioned, because I really want to show that realistic view of taking the time to really gently and smoothly blending in the makeup products. This concealer, it looked just, I feel like this is just the right amount. You don't have to start with too much concealer. So go ahead and blend it. Try to make sure that as you blend, I'm just keeping that V in my eyes in that way. Done blending, I'm going to contour. So I'm going back into my HD Skin palette and I'm using the dark foundations here to just contour my face using just the right amount. It's usually good to start with very light amount of product before building up the coverage, because you don't want to have too much to correct right towards the end of your process. So now I'm just contouring my nose with that same cream foundation. Now I'm blushing with the cream blush. So I usually have a good balance between my cream blush and a powder blush. So I'm just setting the base for my blush here with this cream blush from my same HD skin palette. And please subscribe below. Feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to ask a question. This is just me, doing my makeup, trying to be realistic in the process here. After that, I usually just go in with the Beauty Blender to make sure that it's well blended, because I don't want to apply more product on anything that's not well blended and coherent with all the other products that I've used before. I felt like my under eye wasn't bright enough, so I did go ahead and apply more under eye concealer there, and I'm just blending that in right now. Now that that's well blended, this is a very important step. I use my MAC Studio Fix Plus. You can use any other powders. There's a Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter powder that I use too sometimes, but today I'm using this MAC powder. There's a Studio Fix powder foundation. This just helps to pull everything together, right, and give it one uniform look. I'll still have the dimension, but I have kind of like set everything together with this powder. Right now, I'm just prepping to finish my under eye before baking. So I did blending to make sure everything was blended, because I've been waiting for a while before I go in to set that concealer. And I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter powder. For the sake of time, I would continue this look in another video, so please stay tuned. Thanks for watching and subscribe.